Hello friends, this is Dave from Tabletop Videos, and today I wanted to give you a little educational lesson. There's a word called RIP that is quite popular with the youngsters these days, and it's used to indicate that a person's plans or schemes has fallen through. And this is such an appropriate term for the game that I'm about to review for you. And this is something that we played at the last Dice Tower convention. Our group of friends played, and the game is called Fuji Flush by Friedemann Fries with artwork by Harold Liesk. It's published by Stronghold Games. All right, so where to begin about this wonderful, wonderful game? First of all, it's a card game. I guess you could call it like a party game. It's something that's very, very easy to learn. It's something it's a great in-between game, especially if you have a larger group of people. And it plays so well, and there's so many moments you're just, kind of picking on your friends, and it's fantastic. So let me tell you about the game. First of all, there's a 90 card deck with numbers. Basically, it's just 90 cards with numbers, ranging from 2 to 20. So there are 16 twos and only 120, 119, 118, 117, 116, and then it basically forms a nice little scale where, scale this way. Yep, scale. Nope, this way. All right, so you have a scale with number twos. Over here you have a lot of them, 16. Then you have like 12 number threes, and then it just goes down to get to the higher cards. And higher cards are really good because they let you get rid of your cards. And let's back up a little bit. Here's what the object of the game is. First of all, everyone gets dealt 6 to 5 cards depending on the number of players. The object is simply to get rid of all your cards. The first person to do that wins the round, or wins the game, depending on how many rounds you play. So, how do you get rid of a card? First of all, you look at your hand and you play a card. That's out there. Now, it doesn't go away right away. First of all, it has to make it all the way back to you and still stay out there. So basically, if you play a 10, let's just say you play a 10, and the next person plays a 7, your card is safe right now, because the only thing that can happen to your card to make it get flushed is if someone plays a higher card than yours. So if you start off and you play a 2, that's dangerous. And here's why. Even though there's a lot of 2s, there's a lot of cards that are higher than 2. So if the next person after you plays a 3, you get rid of your card, but you have to draw another one. So you're back at 0. You're back at the same number of cards you started with. But what's really interesting is if you play a high card, and it makes it all the way back around to you, or if you play, and I'll tell you a little trick here too, that makes the game even more fun. If you play a higher card, and no one beats it, comes all the way back around to you, you get rid of that card and you don't have to draw another one. So now there's no way you can go about higher than the cards that you currently have. Now, there's also this little thing called chaining, where if you play a 2 and the person right after you, or actually anyone after you plays a 2, they combine to make a 4. And if another person plays a 2, it becomes a 6, and they become more and more powerful as they chain together. So if someone plays a 5, and you play a 2, and the next person plays a 2, and then another person plays a 2, that becomes a 6, and now the 5 gets flushed. So where does this term RIP tie into all this? Well, a friend of mine, Doug, I don't know where he came up with this. I think he got it from his daughter, because she's one of them little youngsters we were talking about that likes to use all the new slang terms and stuff. So basically, when you beat someone, if someone plays a 2, you play a 3, you simply say RIP. You can say whatever you want to. You can even start making up things like, I don't know, RIPerific. There's just so many different variable things that you can say, and it just adds a little more fun to the game. So this game, like I said, it plays from 3 to 8 players. I would say it plays best with 8. It plays okay with 3. It's not really super terrific. But the more players you get, 3 is great to learn the game, to learn the mechanics, but it's a really simple game. It doesn't take more than a couple rounds to really pick it up. But the higher you go, the better it gets. This is something I highly recommend for, like I'm taking this to any convention that I go to. I will always have this in my backpack, and I will always be able to play a game of this, especially if we get a group of 6, 7, 8 people. I think we've even played with 9 before. It's possible, and it gets ridiculous, and it gets really hard to get rid of your cards, but it's so much fun. That game is Fuji Flush by Freedom and Freeze, published by Stronghold Games, with artwork by Harold Lieske. And I cannot recommend this game enough for just a real quick card game in between rounds. If you've got 6 people, it's fantastic. What's your favorite card game? Do you have a favorite card game that's a good little game to break out in between, like some of the lengthier games? You play Lisboa, you play Tricarion. You need something in between to kind of clear your mind, to kind of cleanse the palate. What's your favorite game? What's your in-between game, your tweener, so to speak? This is definitely one of mine. I've got some other ones too that I'll probably be reviewing this month, so I don't want to spoil those for you. Also, we got a little bit of news here. We've got some giveaways coming up here, probably later on this month. And we're going to try and hit some subscriber goals to do those giveaways. More information about that later. Don't worry about that. That's all I've got for you right now. Tell me what your favorite in-between game is, or your favorite card game. Either one of those. I would love to hear about those, and if it's something I don't have, I will definitely look into it and try and pick it up. This is day 3 of the 30-day challenge. Thanks for watching. Go play some games.